All right, guys, I apologize for that. I totally didn't realize I had an alarm set and it was just going to keep going off. So we're going to try this again. All right, so we've done this much so far. We've just glued our DSP to the base of our card and we've glued the ribbon down. And then I said we were going to go do our stamping next. So I have some scratch paper here. This is what I'm going to stamp my popsicle on. And I'm going to be using 4 different colors. The colors are Blackberry Bliss, Old Olive, Bermuda Bay, and then Bumblebee. And we're going to start with the lightest, Bumblebee. Okay, so this popsicle stamp has 2 parts to it. It has a top and a bottom. So I'm going to start with the top piece, and I'm just going to stamp it full strength onto my card or onto my paper. And then I'm going to take the bottom piece and ink it up, but then I'm going to stamp it off once and then go stamp it. You got to line it up, be able to line it up, stamp it onto my popsicle like that. So what that does is it creates a little bit of variegation in the color, but I've only used 1 stamp or 1 ink pad. And then the last thing I need to do is I have these, they look like bubbles kind of. Anyway, splotches. I'm going to take and put the splotches on top. And because it's another layer of ink, they don't blend into the popsicle. They just stand on top. So I was able to create the whole effect of the popsicle from just 1 ink pad. And then I'm going to wash it off and repeat that process 3 more times with my different colors. So we'll try to do this as quickly as we can here. All right, we'll do Bermuda Bay next. Do our top, once again, do your top full strength. And then do your bottom and ink it off once. And then line it up. There, and then we'll take our bubbles, stamp them. I'm gonna wipe everything off. And I'm gonna do the green next. So Old Olive. We'll get the Old Olive ink pad out. I'll ink my top up full strength. And then remember my bottom of the popsicle. I'm going to stamp it off once. And stamp it. And then take my dots. Splotch them on. And then we have 1 last color. Clean everything off. And do it with the purple, which is Blackberry Bliss in this case. So once again, we'll just stamp the top of our popsicle. Okay. Our bottom of our popsicle, stamp it off once. Now, with photopolymer stamps, if you are not getting a good image, you can always bring in one of these foam mats and stamp on that. Luckily, I'm not having any problems, so that's why I'm not using it. But if you do have problems, that's a good idea to use that mat. All right, I'm going to close that. And then also we need to stamp our popsicle sticks. So on these, I'm using the cinnamon cider. I had a brain cramp there for a minute. I'm going to use the cinnamon cider, and I'm stamping 4 different popsicle sticks. And all right, put that away for just a minute. And then this is the fun part. I am going to have to fussy cut each one of these popsicles out They don't really take that long to cut. And so we'll just quickly go around. These just make me want to go out and eat them. They look so good. There's one, and here's our second one. Try to go as quickly as I can. And then we have the green one next. This may not be the best card to mass produce if you had to make a lot of these, but it's fun to make just one. All right, this is our last one, which is our Blackberry Bliss once again. All right, and then we are going to have to cut out our popsicle sticks as well. They go pretty fast as well. So just taking trim around the edge of that. Okay, there's one. If you haven't heard and you're watching this on Tuesday, March 16th, there is tomorrow, Wednesday, March 17th of 2021, there's going to be free shipping on the Stampin' Up. So if you want to place an order, that's the day to do it. All right, we got one more to go here really quickly. Almost there. All right, there we go. So there's our 4 popsicle sticks. Now, before we're going to put this on all together, we do want to take our Wink of Stella pen and color our popsicles. Okay, so make sure I've got some good shimmer going on here. Get that all cleaned up. Next one. And then our yellow. This pen I think is almost running out. Need to get a new one. And then last but certainly not least, our Bermuda Bay. All right, we're gonna let those dry for just a second while we stamp our sentiment, which is happy birthday. I have a piece of cardstock to stamp that on. I'm stamping it in the Blackberry Bliss. Oh, I just got my finger in it. Let's try this again. All right. There's that. This we are going to have to fussy cut too. So I guess if you are not a fussy cutter, this is not the card for you, because there's a lot of fussy cutting on it. I don't mind fussy cutting. I actually find it a little bit relaxing. So all right. Almost there, halfway done. Just take notice as I'm doing this, my right hand does not move. I'm moving the paper instead of my hand as I am fussy cutting, and that's how you get more of an even cut instead of it being choppy and broken up. Okay, there we go. Now it's assembly time. So I have taken, and I have a piece of Pool Party cardstock here, and it is 2 3/4 by 4 1/8, and that is going to be the mat to my stitched rectangle. And this stitched rectangle is the one that's about 2.5 inches by 4 inches. So we'll glue those together. And then we're going to take and glue our popsicles on next. So we kind of want to have them going different directions, different ways. So I'm going to start with my yellow. Just kind of have it tilted that way. You don't need a lot of adhesive on these. Okay, and then the purple one next. And then the last one is our green one. Okay. That green one is actually a little bit long. When you're lining up the bottom and the top stamp, it's a little bit, you can kind of make them different lengths because they don't match up exactly. I mean, they do match up, but they don't, there's a little give. So, put that one right there. And then with our little popsicle sticks, we can just take and put a little adhesive, and then the nice thing is these can just, you can just take and slide them right underneath your popsicle and attach them to your thing. Now here's a little trick. I don't like doing small stuff on my paper because you get all the sticky stuff on it. So I'm taking a dimensional, it's like a thing of dimensionals that I've used almost all of it, and I'm using that to run my adhesive across, because the adhesive, it only sticks to your paper, it doesn't stick to the plastic part of the thing. So slide in that second. All right, to our third. And got one more. There. Last one here. Okay. Okay, so now we have 4 popsicle sticks put with 4 popsicles, and we are going to glue this part now to our card. Like that. So this just centers on our card. Like that. And then you're going to take some dimensionals, and I'm going to use mini dimensionals because this is kind of a smaller sentiment, and just take and line them up along your happy birthday. Take the backs off of them. I feel like I'm all thumbs today. Okay, so I'm going to put my happy birthday on. And then we are going to finish off with the In Color enamel dots, because it has our cinnamon cider color. And we can take and finish it off with a couple of dots down here in the corner. And then one up here by our happy birthday. And there we go. That is our 3rd project in this month's product play kit. So next Tuesday will be our last one, and it will be featuring the Dandy Garden Suite. So definitely go to my blog, and all this will be back on the blog. And thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.